Everyone wants more money, but most of us weren't taught how to create an abundant life. That's where the law of attraction, manifesting success stories show comes in. If you are ready to have more money, create more freedom, and experience more fun, turn the volume up. It's time to learn how to create the prosperity and life you have been dreaming of. Here's your host, Cassie Parks.
Hello and welcome to this episode. I am your host, Cassie Parks, and I am back with Anita for her 6th interview in her Years of Growth series. Welcome, Anita.
Thank you.
Yay. For reference, it is May 26th, 2020. So what is awesome right now?
Awesome is that I have been off of work and still getting paid for being at work since May 3rd.
23 days. That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty good. And I don't foresee myself going in for the rest of the month either.
Amazing. So you're really getting to practice having a passive income, essentially.
Yeah. I definitely think I can improve on how I structure my days, but it's really nice to have the freedom to decide.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, let's talk about some fun things. You are 2 weeks out from buying a house, right?
Yes. With my love.
Yay. So if listeners remember back, was it last October or was it last August?
About last August is when we started looking.
Yeah. And you had, your love's condo on the market and you took it off, right? Or it's condo, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then started back up this spring, right? Yeah. And it sold very easily this time, right?
Oh my gosh. So easy. I couldn't have planned it better myself.
Yay.
It was just effortless.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then now you're under contract for a new house, which is not the first house you've been under contract with, right?
No, this is the second house we've been under contract with, our 5th offer that we put in.
Awesome. So what is more amazing about this house than the first house?
The big one is that it has a pool and a hot tub all in ground. Which is awesome. It's more in the area that I wanted than the first house we were in contract. It's closer to the foothills, which is what I really wanted. And you can see a little bit of mountains from the backyard.
Oh, yay.
Yes, it's really close to a reservoir. So we can go there to the 69-acre dog park. They've got boating and fishing for my boyfriend. He likes to fish. Biking, all kinds of stuff. It's just like the perfect, cute little neighborhood.
That's awesome. And I was going to say, for starters, it sounds like the perfect place for someone to live who's going to have so much free time in their life, who just gets paid passively and gets to enjoy their life. You need to of course you want a swimming pool and a hot tub in your backyard.
Yeah.
So that you can just go outside and use them.
Exactly.
All your free time. Yeah, I love that. But it didn't feel like that. Like the first house really felt like what you wanted, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was so much customizing to be done on that house. We had so many grand plans to make it great, but I'm glad it didn't work out.
Yeah, this is better, right?
This is better.
Did you even, was a pool something you guys were looking for, or you like the house and this was like, oh yeah, and we like that too?
A pool was not what we were looking for at all. Not what I was looking for.
I didn't think so.
No, my boyfriend, funnily enough, kept mentioning a pool as a joke. And my best friend also kept mentioning while we were looking for homes, okay, make sure you find something with a pool. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. So her manifesting might be even more powerful than mine. I'm not sure. But no, it wasn't on my radar at all. But now that it's there, I see how fun it's going to be.
Yes. Oh, yay. I love it. And has this one been easy?
Yeah, it has.
Like just awesome. I love that.
Yeah. No struggle.
Hey. I love it when it's easy.
Yeah.
And even though it was, now you're glad that it worked out for this new house. Like it wasn't an easy pill to swallow when the first one fell through, right?
No, not at all. We kept trying to fit it into a box that it didn't want to fit into. So
yeah.
No, it wasn't easy. And it was an impressive home. So everything we saw after that was a little less impressive.
Yeah.
But then we found this one, and it's in the first neighborhood I ever fell in love with that we were looking at.
Oh, yay.
And my realtor and my boyfriend both thought I was crazy because I wanted to be in this tiny square block of homes. And they're like, okay, can we look outside of that square block? Because we're never going to get in there. I'm like, yes, we will. Stop it. We will. And now we are. Which is really fun.
Yay. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. So cool. And so one of the things, going back to your Manifest 10K list, was money for like the down payment and the stuff that goes with buying a house, right? Yeah. And so I think the original, I might have just seen it, was like $3,000. How much do you have in your fund to contribute to the house?
It was about $16,500.
Woohoo! How did that feel?
Great.
Yeah.
So good. It's just like, it's all there. I don't have to worry about it.
Was it easy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have anything to say about it except it was easy.
It was. Obviously I did it with, smart budgeting, but it wasn't stressful at all. Yeah. It was just like, okay, throw the money in there. I still had plenty of money to pay for everything else I needed to. I wasn't like skimping on my lifestyle at all.
Yes.
So that was cool. Yeah.
It is cool. So it's almost been a year. We're about like 10 days from your year anniversary of being in the Enchanted Circle. So a year ago, would it have been that easy?
I doubt it.
I actually wasn't sure what your answer was going to be, because you're very good with money. Like we all come with different money stories, and some of them are like, we're really good at money, but it's just really hard. Right. And so you're one of those where it was easy. So I wasn't even sure if saving you would have put that in the, like, it's easy category or it's hard, but yeah, it wouldn't have been as easy as it was now.
Yeah. I think I definitely I was good with money to begin with, like you said, but my mentality about it maybe wasn't the same. Like I could have saved that money, but it probably would have constantly been on my mind, and I would have been like stressing about every penny. Going through the past year, I'm really not stressed out about money.
Yay.
Which is different.
Yeah.
Than I was before. Like I could make money, I could save money, but the struggle was there a little bit.
And was the struggle like, was it to make it? Was it just this constant, it should be hard, so you made it hard? Or was it just worry?
I think worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worry that if I didn't struggle, it wasn't going to happen.
Oh, well, that is a great thing to have let go of.
Yeah. Like it was necessary to struggle, because I think we talked about it in the beginning. That's kind of what I was taught as a kid, is like, you have to just work all hours of the day and, watch out. Because if you don't watch out, someone's going to take your money, or you're never going to make the money, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So how does it feel to have been the last 23 days just kind of sitting there making money?
Great. Great.
Does that feel easy? Like, do you think you could have done that if that opportunity had been present a year ago? Do you think that would you have taken it? What would have been different a year ago? I know sometimes it's hard to even imagine.
Yeah, that's hard to answer.
I love it. That is an answer. I think that speaks a lot, right? It's like, well, I know how to do it differently now. So I know, yeah.
I don't know what it would have been like.
That's cool.
I probably would have slept in a lot more and just been like in front of my TV a lot, to be honest.
Oh, say more. Because like you wouldn't have been allowing yourself to enjoy it.
Yeah, I just probably would have been lazy about it. And now I feel like I'm motivated to get up and sit outside and really enjoy the time and not squander it.
Yeah. Oh, that is like that's so powerful, because I know someone is going to listen to this and be like, oh yeah, like I don't let myself enjoy it when it does come, because it goes back to that struggle thing, right? Mm-hmm. So like if you're enjoying, it's somehow like you're messing with your money in the past, not right now, right? But now you've learned like, oh, I can enjoy it and I can save a bunch and it can be super easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yay. That's awesome. What else has been a shift or a change from a year ago?
Some relationship struggles that were struggles with my boyfriend's kids. Things have kind of worked out on their own.
Yay.
I mean, it's not completely the picture that I have in mind, but it's getting closer and closer.
Right. It's definitely happening, right?
Yeah. It's happening. Conversations are happening that I'm not starting.
Yay, because I was about to say it's happening without you even forcing or nudging it. I feel like it's probably what you had been doing.
Yes. And I mean, there's still occasionally some of that, because I don't know if I can fully get away from a hands-off experience, but way less.
Yeah.
Like I feel the power in not saying anything and just intending it.
Oh my gosh. So if you're listening, the power in just intending it and not saying anything. What would you say to somebody who like in their head right now is like, if I don't say anything, it'll never happen?
I would say, yes, it will. And probably faster.
Based on experience?
Yeah, based on experience. Because I feel like when you do say those things to people that, you know, you're kind of wanting to force them along in a certain direction, they actually push back. Where if you don't say anything at all and you're just feeling it and intending it and observing, it seems to flow naturally in that direction.
Yes. I for sure think, you wouldn't have been able to say that a year ago.
No. I was awesome. Really needed to force everything a year ago.
Yeah. Oh, what is life like without forcing it? Like, what is there more room for? Or is it just happier? Is there more space?
There's more space. There's more creativity. There's more trust. I have this note on my desk. It says ease.
Oh, yay!
So, there's probably more ease, but this is a reminder that I still am focusing on ease to get more of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like there's more space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that. How does that, because in the meantime of moving out of one house in finding the next house, you moved into your house, which is 700 square feet.
Yep.
3 people. So when you mention space, I'm curious how that space in life translates in order to being able to function and be happy with like a smaller space and more people. Do you think that has an impact?
Yeah. I mean, if we were in this situation a year ago, there probably would have been some blowout arguments. But
everyone listening can relate, I'm sure.
Yeah. But today I feel good about it. I know that it's temporary. I know we're moving into a larger space. I know that at the same time his children are transitioning out at some points. There's like, it's all moving. It's like flowing down a river.
Yay! I love that.
It doesn't feel like, okay, we're suffocating in here.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's happening because now you're starting to hear them mention it, right? Like, I would like to move out, and this, right, which goes to what you're speaking to a little while ago of like, when you force it, somebody pushes back, but when you're just intend it, like, I see just living with me and my love, like that's what starts to grow and happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. And we did something, I'm just curious if you still do it or how it, there was a moment, because even in the house before, there were moments where it felt small, right? Like there were too many people in it, not small, but just too many people in it. And so you had created a space, we had done a coaching call, and you created like, got a chair and really just created like this one little space that could be yours, right? And then when you moved into the house or into your house, it was like, I don't have a space. And we talked about just like doing it on your bed. Did you do that? And do you utilize that?
I actually do. I don't think I did immediately, but it's funny how that's actually happened over time. In the daytime, I sit on my little patio outside in my garden. Yes. So that's a nice space that really only I utilize. That's so awesome. I can always go out there. And then there have been many nights that Mike and his son are watching like some action movie or like anime or something that I'm just like, oh my God, my ears are bleeding and I have to leave. So I'll just go into the bedroom, close the door, put my headphones in, listen to some good music, and like work on a little project. Like recently I was reorganizing my recipe book and listening to my favorite music, and I just felt like I was in my own little world. So
oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I know I wanted to definitely share that so we could give people who are listening, like there's always a way to find that space, right? We can get caught up in like, there's too many people, there's too much going on, but sometimes we just have to create it and utilize it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is amazing. Another cool thing that's happened, I know, is that you had a little thing going on with your neighbor, but that is sort of like dissipated, right?
Yeah, completely.
Yay.
And to a point that he's not coming over like he was when things were good before the argument, because then things were too good and he was always showing up and like always on my property. So I think we needed that time of some sort of not really getting along.
Yeah.
And then now patching things up and still having that space and that respect of like, okay, like we're all good.
Yeah.
But please don't show up unannounced.
I love that. And did you intend that? Did you sort of just like allow it and accept it? What do you think was like a law of attraction key to creating that?
I think I just accepted the situation when it wasn't good.
Right.
Like I just thought, okay, well, that's it. Not a big deal. We don't want to hang out. We don't want to talk. Whatever. I'm going to move on with my life. And I wasn't like holding a grudge. I just pretend it wasn't really there and kept moving forward.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Such good tips. Any other, I mean, we've talked about a lot, but any other big shifts or things that have happened in the last year?
Well, I started a medication that this isn't really, it could be law of attraction related, I guess, because I did sort of attract the desire to go on this medication over time for my skin. And that's something I have struggled with my entire life, like to a very devastating point at times. And that is clearing up. And I feel like I'm actually like blossoming into this butterfly.
Yes. Yay.
So I just think physically I've changed a lot. And it's been really nice.
That's amazing. And that totally makes sense. And I think it is LOA because it's that struggle, right? And once we can let go of like money has to be a struggle, we can let go of like all the other struggles that we created because we have to be in struggle. So I think that's totally LOA and ties in beautifully, to use that word. Yeah.
I guess before I never knew how to be the version of myself that isn't struggling with my skin and struggling with many things. But that's just one example. And you're right. Like LOA has changed my point of view that I don't have to struggle with any aspect of my life, really. Like I can tackle them one by one.
Yes, with ease.
For lack of a better word. Yeah. Tackle gently.
Yeah. Yes.
And like understand that future version of me does exist.
Yay. Oh, I love that. What do you think or intend we'll be celebrating a year from now?
I think a year from now, we're going to be celebrating. I probably have a new dog.
Yay!
And hopefully gearing up to buy my next rental property.
Yay! That's awesome. I love it. Cool. Any other thoughts or things on your heart that you want to share today?
Just that I'm feeling very happy. So I want to share that I feel very content and happy, and I know that life is just getting better and better.
Yay. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Well, make sure we've looked this up before. I don't know if you have it on the tip of your tongue, but how can people connect with your Airbnb?
Well, I might not have my Airbnb soon. So,
all right. So let's
maybe we won't go into that right now.
That's true. Always changing. All right. Well, we'll just put any links to new rentals or anything in the show notes.
Sounds good.
Thank you for sharing this moment in your journey with us today. And I know so many people got something out of it. Thank you all for listening, and make sure to come back and check out what else is awesome in Anita's life next time.
Thank you for joining us on the Law of Attraction, Manifesting Success Stories show. To learn how to identify your current money story, go to identifyyourmoneystory.com.